How's it going, guys? And welcome back. I decided we'd play a little indie pixel game here called Blind Date. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. You're going on a blind date after months of loneliness. Don't mess this up. Oh, so cute. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to say, hey. Alright. Sorry I'm late. I had to take the bus here because my car's been broken down. Happens to the best of us. I suppose it does. So tell me more about yourself. What do you do for work? I work as a contractor. It pays well. I work as a massage therapist. I work as a software engineer. Contractor. Oh, that's interesting. Ha ha ha. You must be pretty buff. Oh, okay. I read that wrong first. You must be pretty buff. You could say that. You both stare a you both share a nervous laugh. The woman looks at you for a short, awkward moment. Are you nervous? You look nervous. It's been a while. Yes, I am. No, not at all. Yes, I am. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Just try to keep calm. I'm sure we'll have a great time. So, what's your name? Mike, Chris, or Josh? You look like a Josh. Well, Josh, you have a wonderful name. So tell me, are you from around here? I grew up here. Moved here when I was young. I moved here a few months ago. Okay, I moved here when I was young. Since I gotta write this guy's entire backstory. I lived here my whole life. I love it. The air, the trees, and the people. It gets awful lonely out here, though. Who was your last lover? Why? Why does that matter? Excuse me. Pardon. What? All of these are acceptable. Pardon? You heard me. Who was the last woman you slept with? Your mom, okay? Oh, and the childish jokes begin this early into the game. You know it's going to be a good one. I don't really feel comfortable answering that. It's been a very long time if it's really that important to know. Remain silent. Um, I don't feel comfortable answering that. The woman lets out a long, almost apologetic sigh. I'm sorry, that was rude of me. You must forgive me. I haven't been on a proper date in a few years. Laugh nervously. It's alright. I've been out of commission myself for quite some time. Please don't let it happen again. Remain silent. Okay. We'll be sympathetic because we're kind of in the same boat. Thank you. The woman offers a weak smile. I do appreciate you taking me out. This is a really nice restaurant. Tell me, Josh, do you cook? On occasion, yes, and I do it pretty well too. Almost never. I was never really any good at it. On occasion. Okay, that's nice. I cook very rarely myself, but I can admire dabbling. So, how's Emma doing? Who's Emma? Excuse me? Ha ha ha. Do you seriously not remember your own mother's name? I know her, but how do you? Excuse me, how do you even know my mother's name? That's a little disconcerting. I know her, but how the fuck do you? The woman pauses for a long while. You hadn't mentioned her before? Seriously, how do you know my mother's name? Jesus Christ, can you be forward? How do you know my mother's name? Um, we'll say seriously, how did you know my mother's name? Just in case she's a nice woman, like, just, oh no, I met your mother. The woman's eyes grow shifty, as if she's thinking intently. I'm so sorry, that girl at work told me about her. Apparently your mother used to work for the company. Oh my, you must think I'm some kind of creep or something. I suppose that makes sense, no big deal, I guess. It was a little rude to bring it up at dinner like that. Oh boy, that's a relief. We'll play it cool, like, okay, yeah, that was a relief. I would hope so. Why are you here? Well, I've been trying to get on a date. I'm beginning to question that extensively or situationally. That's a good question. Situationally, but that's not quite what I meant. Why are you here? Why do you feel alone enough to come on this date? Can I just say, you know what, bitch? I remember why I quit dating. I'm done. Goodbye, toodaloo. Have a nice life with you and your 12 cats. Gone. Adios. Why is that not an option? I would just... No. Why are you acting like this? Well, this is beyond rude. Wow, just wow. Yeah, wow, just wow. You've lived alone for what? 3 years, 6 months, 23 days? Oh my god. God, I can't imagine how tired you must feel living that lonely condo. Why the fuck do you know this? Like, not necessarily why do you know this, how do you know this? Have you been stalking me? Are you secretly my mother? What is going on here? Seriously, what the hell? Please stop, this is not, seriously, what the hell? God, you're pathetic. Do you really think going on a random blind date was going to fix everything? I've seen the way you sleep, the way you drink, the way you pick your nose when nobody's looking. I don't need to take this. I don't need to take this. I don't care if the goal is to have a good date. I'm not going to sit here and take this from you big-nosed freaking woman who's very disproportionate. Well, I guess I'm shaped exactly like you, which is just more creepy. Are you my freaking sister? I just don't want to... Okay. I could see you shaking all the way from the front door, nervous as all hell. I can see... Do you really think anyone would agree to go on a blind date with you? Please, I can't take this. Why are you saying these things? I just don't want to be alone anymore. It hurts so much. Silence. I'm not going to be like, get all emotional. I'm more like, man, if this was me, I would be like, you know what? You're psycho. Screw you. Get in my car and go home to my 12 cats. Because this is exactly what you deserve. You hate yourself and everyone around you, yet reserve the right to feel lonely. For the love of God, stop. I can't take it anymore. I feel so alone. I feel so empty inside. For the love of God, stop. You've been dead inside for years. You don't have the fucking balls to end it already. I've seen you staring at the piece of rope, hesitating at the top of the building. God, you're pathetic. Okay. So, I'm apparently debating on suicide, and this girl just comes in here like, oh, I needed help, I needed love, I needed contact. That's my only options. Contact. I needed contact. You need to realize the truth. You need to realize that you are nothing, completely and utterly insignificant in the grand scheme of your life. That's not true. I disagree with that wording. Actually, I am very significant in the grand scheme of my life, because if I wasn't important, then my life wouldn't exist. I think what it's trying to convey is I'm not important in the grand scheme of life, which really, if you want to look at it point and blank, maybe not so much, but by God, I will make a difference in my life, and I will show you, you pointy-nosed, disproportionate 12-cat-owning woman. You're right. Oh God, you're wrong. You're insane. You're insane. There we go. You're a whiny little squirt whose sole purpose is to be unhappy, yet here you are, unaccepting of your own fate. I honestly don't even know why I bothered to come at all. Please stop. Why are you saying these things? I can't believe I came here tonight. Like, screw you. I'm sorry, Josh. I feel your pain, and it is coming out in anger. The thing is, how you feel is so harrowing or narrowing. I can't tell if that's an H or an N. You seem to lose all sense of being human. It hurts to look in your eyes and see only pain on a blind date of all things. I just want to be loved. I just want to be accepted. I just want to be happy. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants something, Josh, and frankly, what you want isn't something worth giving. This was a mistake, Josh. You shouldn't have come here. You should have just stayed at home and ordered a pizza like you had originally planned. What is wrong with you? Is that an option? What is wrong with you? Remain silent. Breathe heavily through your nose or sigh. Remain silent. I was never going to be the one to fix your problems. I don't care if you was going to be the one. I decided to take you out on a date because I felt like it was long enough not to be ridiculed. My God, woman. But you can. Why would I plead with her? But you should, but you won't. No, none of these. No, I won't. Good. I'm not going to fix your problems, Josh. I'm just going to make them worse. I'm not the solution. People like me are the problem. Obviously, you are the problem. If your opening lines on a date are creepy and then you just go off on me telling me that my life doesn't matter, yeah, you are part of the problem and I shouldn't be here right now. I should go home and get that pizza I talked about and you can pay the bill. Anyways, I'm not the solution. People like me are the problem. People like you are the problem. No, 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 no. I'm not the problem here. You get in the way of your own happiness. I followed you for several years and it cuts off. You were my obsession, and I've never seen someone so unhappy. Okay. Why it cuts off like that, I don't know. So what do I do? Is there any hope of happiness for me? Why do I do these things for myself? Why am I in agreement with her? So what do I do? I don't know. There's something you're going to have to figure out on your own. And yes, I mean it, on your own. You simply aren't fit for a relationship. You had to rely on a blind date to be here tonight. Some woman you've never met, yet who knows you very, very well. That's the creepy part of it. Have you been following me? I understand what I need to do now, but I don't know if I have the courage. I hope he's not meaning suicide. Am I really at fault here, though? No, you're not, dude. I will be your emotional support. I will come and hug your pixels and love you for who you are. Have you been following me? Yes, for your entire life. Why? God, you're a mess. I really shouldn't have come. You really shouldn't have come. I'd say I've made things worse, but you were already a mental wreck before I came here. Then why? Why did you come here? Why? Why? I'm sorry. No, don't apologize, bro. It's just who I am. I wish I could do it all over again. No, no, I'm just who I am. And that's all I will ever be. I know, however, you need to realize that you can never go back to those things. There's nothing you can do. You're quite frankly destined to be alone forever. Yeah, a girl may come into your life every once in a while, but it's just going to be a reminder of what a piece of pathetic swine you are. But you don't have to have love to be happy. I could change that, and I don't need this. Does this ever end? Does it ever get better? Will I ever find love? Does it ever end? Not exactly the dialogue I would choose. No, plain and simple. You're barren, the desolate life you lead is barren. Does this scare you? Does it terrify you? Because, oh boy, it should. Because you are alone. Completely and utterly alone. Jesus. Look at your life. It's empty, it's lonely, and it's just generally a mess. It's a barren desert. No life, no love, just dry, lonely land. So in the end, when faced with your loneliness, faced with the fact that you're wasting your time, what are you going to do? I'm going to leave, I'm going to stay. So in the end, when faced with your loneliness, faced with the fact that you're wasting your time, I'm going to leave because screw you. Oh, I'm going to leave. I guess he's not coming. Wait. Oh, it was in my mind. Oh my God, I was thinking all this self-pity. I was counting myself as worthless. And I didn't go on the date. Oh my God. Oh my God. It all makes sense now. She had been following me my whole life. That was my subconscious. Oh my God. I didn't see that coming. It makes complete sense now that was my subconscious. I talked myself out of going on to the date because I pictured the date as how I felt towards myself, which was hatred, which on an actually deep level here, I want to say if anybody out there feels this way towards themselves, you shouldn't. Like, regardless of if you think your life is meaningless in the grand scheme of things or whatever, it's not. I promise you, there's a place for everybody here. And on the note, on this game, you don't have to have love to be happy. It's finding your inner self and making yourself happy and doing what you enjoy. Don't worry about what others think. But a good point to bring up on this game is truly you are your own worst enemy. And I'm not trying to get too deep here and bring things down. Just that was really a shocker, but it makes sense. Um, I'm going to try another playthrough of this actually, and stay and see if I can. Now knowing what I know, stay and see if I can actually go on the date and maybe bring this little pixelated guy, Josh, some happiness. So, with that being said, guys, I will be right back and let you know how it goes. Okay, welcome back, guys. This is the part where I'm going to, instead, I'm going to leave, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay. Hi, I'm Sarah, the woman smiles. Yes, yes, and I hope that day went well for him. And I played 15 more minutes for a 3-second ending, but that's just because. Oh, written by Joshua Wilson. That's interesting. But anyways, um, I played so long just to get to that part because I felt that guy needed a happy ending. Um, not that kind of happy ending, internet world, but no. On that note, is typically I will left it open for you guys to play and see how you could get another ending, but I felt that this guy needed that happy ending because with the self-loathing and the hating on himself, I couldn't just leave it there. I had to go and make sure this guy had at least a chance of happiness because now that he stayed, maybe Sarah's a really sweet girl and maybe she doesn't have 12 cats. And maybe he can make something work and see that his life has purpose, it has meaning, and discover true happiness. And that's the best I could hope for anybody out there. And again, I'm not trying to get so deep into the feelings, but I mean, really, I hope nobody out there ever feels that terrible. Um, it's quite amazing, this game, I will say on it. You know, it's a simple 8 picture with very minimal movement and mostly just dialogue text options that can invoke such feeling and everything. And Joshua Wilson, the maker of this game, I have to say, man, you did a wonderful job. I thoroughly enjoyed this. It came as quite a shock. I hope all y'all out there watching this has enjoyed it. And yeah, so I guess that's going to conclude the playthrough here. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the future.